I feel like the boys, they don't even need Casa Amor this year. Who do you think is the biggest player in the villa? Ron. I seen his little thing with Kai the other day when he's like, player, like that, and I was like, oh no, that's not the Ron I know. Hi, I'm Anime and I'm playing Text on the Beach with Cosmo UK. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. I've got a text. How did it feel to be a part of the original lineup going into the villa? Oh, it was so cool. I didn't actually process it until I was literally walking into the villa that day. I didn't really know I was going to be in the original cast either, because they told me I was either going to be an original or an early bombshell, but obviously they always tell you you're not in the villa until you're actually in the villa, so I always had my doubts. But yeah, when they came and told me I was going to be an OG, I was buzzing. So I was told I was an OG about, I think it was 5 days before I actually went into the villa. So they do give you a little clue before you go in. But yeah, I didn't want to get my hopes up too much. But when they came and told me, I was really, really excited. How did you feel on the first day? On the first day walking in, I was really, really nervous. I didn't actually process I was going in until I was literally waiting to go through the door to step out where Maya and the boys were for the first couple in. So I think when I got there, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually here. But yeah, I think when everyone got to know each other, it was a lot more relaxed, and yeah, it wasn't as like awkward and bad as I thought it would be. Who was your best friend in the villa? My best friend in the villa was Will. I spent the majority of my time in the villa with Will. We just got along so well. He's like my number one. But yeah, I can't wait to go to his farm when he comes out. Was there anything about villa life that surprised you? I did hear that the lights in the morning were really, really bright when you wake up, and I didn't quite believe it when I went in, but oh my god, they are horrendous. That's probably the worst. What did you do on your days off in the villa when the camera wasn't rolling? So in the villa, even though you have your nights in where the boys separate from the girls, and that's like once a week, the cameras are always rolling, so they're always watching you. They can hear all your conversations. So if you did decide to speak about the boys, they'd tell you off and be like, Anime, stop talking about so and so. They always said to us girls, talk about Prince Harry. You can't talk about anything else, talk about Prince Harry. We had a McDonald's. That's probably the most interesting thing. Who do you think is the biggest player in the villa? The biggest player at the minute, from what I've seen, Ron. I seen his little thing with Kai the other day when he's like, player, like that, and I was like, oh no, that's not the Ron I know. I'm really disappointed actually, because I thought him and Lana were going really well. I do believe that they'll gravitate towards each other again, but at the minute, maybe Ron? Who will you stay in contact with once the show ends? I'd stay in contact with everyone. We did all have a really good group. We had a really good relationship. But I think out of everyone the most, it would probably be Will, Lana and Tanya. That's who I was closest to in the villa. Do you think Shaq and Tanya will go the distance? I think Casa Amor might be a big one for them too. They did have a good connection in the villa. However, Shaq also was trying to explore Zara. I'm not sure whether that was aired, but I can see both of their heads turning actually. Tanya was also quite keen on David when David came in, so I think that they might drift apart. They could get stronger, I don't know, but I can see their heads turning in Casa Amor. Is anyone in the villa playing a game? It's really hard to say who's playing a game. However, if I was going to narrow it down to one, I think, as much as I don't want to say, I think it would be Jessie. Jessie's done the Love Island Australia before. She knows how it works. She's watched it before coming in as well. When she came in, she went straight to Will. She didn't really give the other boys a chance. So, you know, she could have really liked Will, but I just felt like she didn't give the boys a chance. She went straight to Will. She's watched it before. She may know who the public like, so she could be playing a game. Are you surprised Kai's head has been turned? Yeah, I am quite surprised actually that his head has turned so early on. I kind of expected Tanyel's head to turn before Kai, but I feel like the boys, they don't even need Casa Amor this year. It's like Casa Amor in the main villa at the minute, and they've only had 2 more girl bombshells in. If you were in the villa now, who would you want to be coupled up with? I'm not feeling anyone this year, but if I was to pick one, I'm going to go by looks, so I'm going to say Tom. Do you think Will and Jessie are genuine? I do think Will really likes Jessie, and I feel like Jessie's the only girl that's actually given Will a chance, but then I do think Jessie's head would turn as well. So, no, I don't. Have any former Islanders slid into your DM since leaving the show? Yeah, so I've had a few from previous series message me just saying, well done, congratulations, if you need anything, I'm here. I think Tasha messaged me, Amy Hart. I feel like there's like a big Love Island family. Everybody's been in the same boat, so yeah, I spoke to a few of them. Do you think Lana is more into Ron than he is into her? I feel like it looks like that on TV. But then I do feel like Ron is trying to convince himself that he's not that into Lana, but I think he actually is. He seems to go for the bombshells and then regret it and then go back to Lana. So I don't know if that's going to happen this time with Sammy as well. But yeah, I think Ron's trying to convince himself otherwise. Which couples do you think could make things work on the outside? Lana and Ron, because I think Ron's tested himself. I mean, I don't feel like you always need a test, but if he's tested himself and he keeps going back to Lana, I know it's only happened once or twice, but if it happens again, he may know that Lana is then the one for him. Is there anyone in the villa who comes across differently in real life to how they appear on the show? Not really, but I'd say that there's a lot more of Zara's fiery side shown on TV than there is her lovely caring side as well. I feel like there's been a lot of negativity about Zara, but she's actually a really, really lovely girl, and they haven't really showed that much of that side of her. Bye.